Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. Sorry I'm running a little bit late, but I've got everything up and running now. Ran into a couple technical problems, but it's okay. So, I've got a really great and exciting blend for you guys today. It's the Rooibos Pecan Turtle. So I'm going to go ahead and start my water. Because this is one that I am truly excited to taste for you guys. Um, I've only had small samples of these, but from what I've had, it was amazing. Alejandra, welcome. Hey Ma, welcome. I'm doing I'm doing one of my favorite kinds of blends. I'm doing a Rooibos today. Uh, hey Teresa, welcome. Rooibos pecan turtle. I started my water already because I'm like super duper excited. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this up because I'm running a little bit behind, so I'm going to uh, skip ahead a little bit. Okay, so first things first. I'm gonna tell. Well, I'm gonna. Ooh, it's already. I'm already smelling it through the. I'm already smelling it through the thing. Through the bag, and I haven't even opened it yet. So right now it's got Rooibos tea, apple pieces, chicory, dark chocolate chips. Nick, welcome. Dark chocolate chips, cinnamon bark, cocoa nibs, natural caramel flavor, golden pecan flavor, and marigold flour and natural chocolate flavor. So this is gonna have like a lot of dessert elements to it, and I'm already smelling it right through the bag. I haven't even opened. Look at that! I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm already smelling it. Oh yes. This has an amazing smell. First thing that pops up is like the chocolate and the caramel. It has kind of a maple syrupy overtone, but it's got like a dark chocolate undertone that really makes it work. It blends well. It kind of sort of smells like a creamy coffee, but it's not too strong. Oh man, that's this is gonna be a good one. Oh, something was in there. Not anymore. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit strong, but I'm okay with that when that strong scent is when that strong flavor is chocolate and caramel. I'm Hey Sneha, welcome. I'm gonna be happy about this one. So I'm heating up the water to 212 degrees. It's gonna be almost boiling, but not quite. Um, and because this is an herbal tea, it's not gonna have any caffeine, but it's gonna be super sweet. It's gonna be from what I'm smelling anyway. It's gonna be super sweet. Um, Actually, no, I take that back because the chocolate is gonna be a little bit dark, a little bit. Uh, it's gonna be less than sweet, but for a tea, it's gonna be really good. Uh, the syrupy kind of smells to it. Um, oh, excuse me. The syrupy smell to it is is the what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, man, it has been a while. You have been missed. I've been looking for you, but I'm glad you came back. Especially since I'm still trying. I'm still waiting to hear on the tea crawl, but I'll get to that later. Right now, it's like this whole room is smelling of chocolate and syrup, and maple syrup, I should say, because chocolate syrup is a totally different smell. But this one, it's like, oh my god, it's really nice, and I haven't even put the water in yet. So like I can't wait. Um, oh yeah, you know what? I might as well bring this up. At work, I've been coaching the South African team. They're new hires and they're working on like phones and stuff down there. And I've been coaching them via chat. Well, it's a good time to bring it up because Rooibos is from South Africa, and it's a short bush. I've said it plenty of times, but I'll say it again. Rooibos is German for red bush. It's a short leaf tea, and it's naturally sweet. It's got a little bit of a grainy texture to it, but it's not bad at all. Well, I mean, some people just don't like it. Shanna, when she's here, she always gives me the ugh look because she hates rooibos, but that's more of a texture thing than a taste thing. And it looks like my water is done. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this out. There we go. Oh, no worries. I understand perfectly, Nick. You got a life, and it's just good that you're able to spare a little bit of time for us. Okay, so I'm going to set this for 5 minutes. Oh, there we go. So, I'm going to go ahead and this is going to be at full temperature, 212 degrees, for 5 minutes. And since this is an herbal, it's really hard to oversteep. What was it? There was a blueberry rooibos that you used to find at Whole Foods, but you haven't seen it in a while. That's okay, because I mean, there is if I'm not mistaken, a blueberry rooibos tea at Adagio. I want to say there is. I know that they have a berry blues. Let me check if they have a blueberry rooibos. If not, that's something I might be able to put together on my own. Blue. Whoops, I misspelled blueberry. Okay, is this it? Green? Yes, they have green rooibos blueberry. I don't know if they have a regular rooibos blueberry, but so far they have one thing, so that's good. Oh my god, it smells so amazing. Yeah, that's the only one that I see is the green rooibos blueberry. Everything else, they have berry blues, blueberry black, and white blueberry. But yeah, absolutely, check it out because it is a great flavor. I've never drank it, but I've smelled it, and it smells out of this world. So maybe one of these days I'll remember to add that to my list and I'll do a stream on it. Oh, excuse me, choked a little bit. But yeah, like by all means, give it a shot. And you know, I mean, if you taste it before I do, let me know how it is, because that's something that I would definitely be interested in streaming. I might actually, since they do have 3 blueberry teas, I might just make it like a triple shot, you know. But we'll see. Oh my god, that smells so good. I'm gonna put more water in there because it could stand a little bit of space. There we go. But like, I'm smelling so much of the syrupy scent. It's sweet. It's it's well rounded. You know, it's like there's no real strong element that's over the other. It blends pretty well. I'm getting a lot of the rooibos pecan. I'm getting a lot of the caramel. I'm getting a lot of the chocolate, and it all smells. It basically smells like breakfast right now, and I love it. Like this, it reminds me a lot of the maple cream oolong. I've had some of it today, so good thing that, you know, it's fresh in my mind. It's very reminiscent of that, but the maple cream oolong is a lighter scent. Oh, there's Quackhead. Thank you, Quackhead, for keeping the time. Oh, I just remembered I didn't show you guys what it looked like when it was dry. But that's okay. Because I mean, it's a rooibos, so it's not going to expand too much. I'll show you guys what it looks like right now, but I wanted to finish my sentence. The rooibos, not the rooibos, the maple cream oolong has a much lighter, more syrupy smell to it. This has a darker, firmer, more chocolatey smell to it, but it's like it's got that maple syrup element to it. That's the caramel and the chocolate combined. Oh, that smells amazing. It's kind of like now that I think about it, it's kind of like an oatmeal kind of scent to it, like maple brown sugar. Oh man, that smells great. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. I wish I would have shown you before, but as you can see, it's a very colored, light colored tea. You see a lot of reds and light browns and tans in the leaves themselves, and then you have the apple pieces, those big yellow chunks. They are, I don't know what. Oh, I guess those little black pieces are the chocolate chips. It took me a second to realize. I was like, wait, that's, yeah, that's the dark chocolate, because it was mixed with the Rooibos red. It looks like it got a little bit darker, but that's fine because it still maintains a chocolatey taste, and it's something that goes really well in a lot of teas, depending on what you mix it with. They do have a chocolate chip black tea, but it's really hard to get the chocolate out of it because you've got a really strong black tea flavor. So it's a little bit hard to decipher, but if you you can if you try really hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out because I am excited to try this. It's been a while since I've had it. I've only had samples, but this is going to be my first full cup. Oh, look at that. It's a really a red-brown copper tone to it. It's a light tea. And there we go. If you compare it to like a black tea, there is no, I mean, you can see it's not a very dark one. So here you go. Take a look at that. You see, it's a red tea for a reason because this is a really red tea. Look around the edge. You'll see a lot of yellow. You'll see a lot of the clear. I'm trying to keep it focused. There we go. And the more centered you go, the redder it becomes. Like there's very little black. There's very little brown in here. It's mostly red, and that is not like any kind of color or dye that they add to it. That's just the natural color of the tea. All Rooibos is a red tea, but it's technically not a tea at all. It's an herbal blend, so they call it a red tea even though it's not official. Jennifer, welcome. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my first sip, and this is gonna be good. Oh yeah, that is amazing. Natural mojo, basically, yeah. That Goya stuff. I used to watch that in the not the jar, in the bottle. It's good stuff. Mm. Oh yeah, that's really good. It's got this chocolatey. It's a lot of chocolate caramel taste with the texture of the Rooibos. So there's a slight grain and a hint of vanilla, even though there's no. Oh, mojo. I thought you said mojo, like the what is it? What's the English word for it? The not braise. The you know what I'm talking about. When you say mojo, it's like in Spanish it translates like when you wet the meat. I'm brain farting now, but it's marinade. That's the word. So I was thinking about mojo like it was like the natural juice, the marinade. Yeah, that's what it is. I I was struggling to find that word. But at least it's a big word, so you guys can excuse me for it not coming to mind right away. But yeah, I mean, this stuff is like really really good. I'm getting kind of like it's very much a dessert tea. It doesn't need any. It doesn't need any sweetener. It doesn't need anything like that. Mm. This is the kind of tea that's like it's very it's very flavorful. You get like a how do I put this? I'm trying to find the right word to describe it because it's just there's something familiar about it that I can't really place. Um it's got it's along the lines of maple brown sugar oatmeal. And I guess that comes from the pecans. You get that nuttiness that you would get from the oats. Um, and the texture from the rooibos gives it that oatmeal kind of texture to it, but very very light because oatmeal tends to be it's semi solid. This is completely liquid, but you get like a mouthfeel of a little bit of grain, a little bit of dryness to it. But I think that I feel like that adds to the volume of it. Like you would get a more fulfilling experience out of drinking something like that. But it's really it's surprisingly vibrant. Normally when I drink teas, I try to make it strong. This one, it doesn't really need help. It tastes naturally creamy. Um, Rooibos in general has more texture to it. So that would add to the creaminess, but this has added chocolate and caramel to it, so that compounds the natural creamy texture to it. So this is the kind of tea that it's gonna definitely like fill you up. Just oh my, there we go. My computer went to sleep. Anyway, so it's got like this natural texture to it that's gonna fill you up. It's satisfying me so far, and I've only had like 3 or 4 sips. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it right now. In fact, I'm gonna take another sip because it's hard for me to pace myself. Mm. That is so good. I'm feeling I'm feeling like it's pretty it's comforting. Like there are some flavors that Wally, welcome. It's very comforting. It's basically it tastes like it's good with breakfast food. Um it's got kind of a pancakey uh texture, pancakey feel to it. And I'm loving it so far. Like it's got a great. I'm having problems speaking. That's just what it's doing to me. Um, I'm trying to describe it without getting too repetitive because it's got a very distinct flavor, but I'm not quite able to identify it. I mean, I keep going around it, but there's something that's not quite hitting the bullseye. You're still not used to my schedule. I know it gets hard to accommodate everybody. But I mean, I'm glad you were able to make it because the more the merrier. Oh man, oh, this is like this tea is like starting to affect my mood. Um, it's there's something about it that it's comforting. It relaxes you because it's not caffeinated at all. You get a good satisfied feeling in your stomach, but also your taste buds perk up. Sometimes when you're used to drinking a certain kind of tea, like I've been drinking all week, it's been oolongs and black teas. I've been drinking strong teas all week, uh, just because, I mean, that's what I have at my desk. Um, and it helps wake you up. It helps, all the caffeine, it fuels you a little bit. Um, so when I come home and I drink a tea like this, it's very sweet, very lively, very wholesome and well-rounded. And because it's not caffeinated, you perk up due to the taste rather the uh, than the caffeine jolt that you would normally get from a tea. So this is basically highlighting my week right now. Um, and I feel like this is really making things a lot more interesting. Before before I today was just like a really hectic busy day, and this is helping me unwind. It's helping me relax, and I really enjoy that I can find teas like that, um, where in a pinch you just need to relax. You need to get yourself um, just adjusted to breathing. Sometimes, when you come home and you're ready to start the weekend, this is the kind of tea that helps you relax. It's sweet, it's full flavored, and it gets you started in the right direction. It winds you down. You can just drop everything behind and enjoy your night. Oh, oh my God, that's really good. uh, so I'm gonna open up the floor to questions or comments or anything, only because it's like I could use a little bit of a palate cleanser right now with any questions or anything that you might want to talk about. It's feeling like uh, I'm feeling super mellow, and when you get in that kind of a frame of mind, you don't really think too much about what you're gonna say next. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like all is right in the world right now. Uh, um, it's a little bit like I'm the temperature is sticking with me a little bit. Uh, I have a warmth in my belly that I usually don't get from teas unless it's like a chai. Um, I'm thinking that this is probably just yeah, mellow. Mellow's definitely interesting. Um, I mean, that's what herbals do. They tend to calm you down depending on what it is that you're drinking, or at least they don't hype you up anymore. So what was this? Adagio tea recommendations. I have Rooibos pecan turtle and green Rooibos blueberry, as well as a teapot with a dragonfly on it, because dragonflies are your thing. You want a third tea recommendation? Well, going down that list, we're talking about Rooibos pecan turtle, green Rooibos blueberry. Rooibos nutcracker is a seasonal one, but it's really really good. Um, what other Rooiboses are there? Rooibos Lemon Cloud. Rooibos Lemon Cloud is a really good one. You have the texture and the sweetness of the Rooibos, but the lemon is really profound. So you get kind of a lemon vanilla vibe to it. That one's good. Um, I think there's another one that's a Rooibos almond, I want to say. Um, I believe that is a thing because, you know what? Let me look that up real quick. But Rooibos, I'll tell you what that is. No, I went too far. The Rooibos almond, I actually was in Adagio, and I struck up a conversation with one of the customers, um, who, she was standing next to me, talking to the sales girl, and she brought up something that they had in stock, but it was downstairs. So while they went downstairs to get I believe it was almond Rooibos. Yep, there it is, Rooibos almond. Green Rooibos Bonita is another one. That's the one that I took my mom to have at the tea tasting, and she loved it. And that's one of my favorites too. But yeah, Rooibos almond is another one along down these lines. That's like mellow. It's got that nutty, basically like an amaretto kind of flavor to it. But yeah, I struck up a conversation, and we went from talking about Rooibos almond to almond oolong, and like she fell in love with the almond oolong, and I'm like, I finally made my first sale, which which is kind of funny because I don't even work there, but I made a sale anyway. She wound up buying it, and you know what I mean, like that's just something I really enjoy. Recommending teas for people to fall in love with. And peaches and strawberries and citrus. Yeah, that's the green Rooibos Bonita, and woo, it is amazing. Like, I had that for the first time, and it just blew me away. So, I love going along those lines, especially in the herbal section, because that is my jam. Mm. So this is definitely the kind of tea that would taste great when you have it cold, because it's got like a really nice natural flavor. That sweetness is something that I always go for. And when I make iced tea, I tend to soak it for steep it for an hour, hot, which is a lot different from cold steeping. I have learned, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I've learned the hard way that cold steeping is a lot longer than hot steeping. I was at work, and I think I was making a cold, what was it? Oh, that's what it was. It was the Die by, was it? Yeah, I believe it was Die by Bernice Chai. That was, I'll talk about that one, that one at a later date. But I was gonna make an iced tea version of that, and usually when you make an iced tea out of an herbal, you put the cold water in. I mean, sorry, you put the hot water in. You let it steep. You take it out after a few minutes, and then add the ice to it. Shake it up, and that's what you get. I decided to cold brew it. And it had a very different result, because not only did I use cold water, but I added ice to it, thinking, okay, so when this thing is done, it'll be like super cold as it is. Turns out I was wrong. The cold when you steep an iced tea that's cold, it takes so much longer to steep and get all the flavor out. I literally waited for over half the day for this thing to fully steep. I was sitting there. I mean, it was cold. It was ice cold water, and I think by the time I was ready to drink it, I started it at about 9 a.m. and I wasn't able to drink it until like 3. And I was like, oh my God, why is this thing taking so long? Like, it was awful. It was the entire day. Normally when I make iced tea, I start one night. I use my pitcher, and I cold brew it. I leave it in there overnight. Over the next day, I go to work. I come back, and when I get back, it's it's there. It's like it's done, and I can just pull out the thing. But it never occurred to me that it took that long to finish. So yeah, I've said all of that to say this. I would prefer hot steeping this for an hour, getting all the flavor out of it, and then putting it in putting the ice in and cooling it down in the fridge. Um, that's a much quicker process. Uh, oh, excuse me. It's a much quicker process, and it's a much. I think that it pulls out a lot more flavor, but you know that's just in my experience. Mm. And I just realized that I'm still wearing my Groupon shirt. And this is a work thing. It's not an ad thing. Um, I hope I don't get sued by my own company. But yeah, I did some volunteer work today, so that's why I have the Groupon volunteer shirt. Um, and I'm just realizing that I still have it on, and it's like, wow, I'm totally gonna get sued for this, but they don't care. This is actually good publicity, you know. So uh, if I have no job on Monday, you'll know what happened. But anyway, okay. Uh, back to the tea. Yeah, I went off on a tangent there. But yeah, I think that this would make a really amazing iced tea. Just sweeten it up with a little bit of honey. Yeah, you're good to go. Let me get a little more. So I'm gonna try to remember some of the health benefits from Rooibos tea. 'Cause there are a lot of benefits, and I don't really talk about that often. Now, if I recall correctly, Rooibos tea is good for the stomach, and it's good for circulation. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research. Rooibos tea. Whoops. Health benefits. Yeah. Okay, so it's good for blood pressure and circulation, inflammation. It's a key player in the role of heart disease. So if you guys have any, I guess, high blood pressure and stuff like that, that's Rooibos is a good way to go. It's good for healthy hair, skin, aids weight loss, treats and prevents diabetes. Ooh. And it may help prevent cancer. I did not know that one. And it boosts bone health. So there are a lot of great health benefits to drinking Rooibos tea, on top of the fact that it tastes amazing. So I always encourage people, if you have a sweet tooth, go with it. This is the kind of tea that you want to have in stock constantly. And there's so many varieties of it too. You know, like people add a lot to it. That and honeybush, they're very similar in taste. Um, so if you have that taste for it, I encourage it fully. It's natural. It's caffeine free. Leslie, welcome. It's natural. It's caffeine free, and it tastes wonderful. Oof. I need some more. Mm. And now that it's like starting to cool off, I'm getting a more of a syrupy kind of flavor to it. You get this overall um how do I put this? Like, you know how last week I was tasting it in just the center of my tongue? This taste, it's all over. You know, there's no watery uh sensation that I was having last week. There's no like everything is covered, you know, and I think that that's the sign of a great tea, because you get like this fulfillment that you, how do I put this? You get a fulfillment or a satisfaction, I think is a better word for it. Um, because it adds to like the comfort of it. It's very sweet. It takes over the whole mouth, and you know that makes it thoroughly enjoyable. You know, you don't have to concentrate too much on tasting it. It's just something that you can really just enjoy. I'm gonna have a little bit more. mm. This is really good. Like uh-oh. Why am I out of focus? Hello. There we go. I don't know what happened there. My phone just decided to blur out. I think I bored it to death and it just glazed over. It's like, no. No, I'm more exciting than that. Anyway. Mm. Whew. Man, this is like thoroughly satisfying. When I find that when I'm drinking tea slowly, it tends to um tends to mellow things out, you know, like you feel it. You, if you have any hunger, it goes away. um it's like, I don't want to say it's an appetite suppressant, because it doesn't necessarily do that. Oh, your phone does that? Your phone like goes in and out of focus? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like it must be some sort of automatic feature. That it's like if I move it, it tries to focus on something else. I don't know. I'm sure there's a setting to avoid that. Uh, yeah, exactly. It got a sip of the sweetness. Yeah, that's what it is. It got slightly drunk. That's that's what happened. It's a little tea drunk, just like me. But you know, this is the best kind of drunk because I don't wake up with a hangover. Oh man. Okay, so I think I'm gonna top myself off a little bit. There we go. Oh, more. Oh no, it didn't. It didn't top off all the way because I still have about a quarter of a cup left to fill, but that's okay. Mm. Oh man, that's some good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the floor again. Questions, comments, anything that you want to know about it, ask me. I'm open to anything. Um, yeah, you know what? I'll start talking a little bit about announcements and stuff like that coming up. I usually wait until like it's 10 minutes to the end, but um, I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling like I can stretch it a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna first start out with reiterating. I don't know, reiterating. I'm gonna bring it up again. This is Charity Month. The thread is still going on. I bump it every couple days. I encourage you, go ahead and like and share and donate. You know, this is all going to a good cause. It's going straight to the autism research. And, you know, I mean, like, you guys voted for it. So, this is something that we're all in favor of supporting. So let's go ahead and put our money where our mouths are, and you know, give a little bit to the community. It's good for the soul. We are in our, is it our, no, next week is our last week, right? Let me check. Yeah, next week is our last week. Not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday is going to mark the end of Charity Month. And we've only raised $25. So this week coming is going to be your last chance to donate. Um, I mean, the thread won't close, but the charity month will. Um, oh, excuse me. So anything that's collected after the 31st, it won't count towards the challenge. Oh, excuse me. Oh, anyway, those hiccups are sneaking up on me. I hate the hiccups so much. They're so annoying. But anyway, okay. So announcement number 2. I'm hoping, I have not gotten a solid date yet, but next, what did I say? Next Saturday, I want to schedule another. Oh yeah, the 30th. That's what it is. I want to schedule another tea crawl. So if you're in the Chicago area and you're interested, please hit me up. Let me know. Nick, I know that you were talking about coming by, and I have like one or two other people who are on the maybe side. So I'm still waiting to hear from them specifically. um, if not, we'll just postpone it till the next week or the week after until we can get a good solid group together and check them out. So I've done these tea crawls before, and they are so much fun. It's good to get together and meet new people, and oh yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful for that. Trust me. um, it's good to get out there and meet new people, and just share your similar interests with everybody. And it's good stuff. I know you wish you could, Teresa. I wish you could too. But then again, you'd probably be bugging me the entire time because you take any opportunity you can to mess with me. But, I do that to you too, so it's only fair. Oh. Oh, but yeah, it's usually a pretty much an all day thing. Like we get together uh early afternoon, usually I don't know, 1 o'clock, and we walk around. We hit up like maybe I want to say 6 tea places, um, if my math is correct. We stop at places to eat, and we just keep going, you know. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and this is something that I'm happy to share with you guys, because I mean, it's a nice way to spend a Saturday afternoon into the night. Last time, if I'm not mistaken, we were out until I want to say like 9 or 10 at night, but that's only because we were just we were just having a blast. We wound up sitting. I want to say we wound up sitting in Argo tea for a good couple of hours, just talking, and it was just us friends. Of course, that's not expected of anyone. Like, if you want to hang out until 10 o'clock at night, that's great. But it's not expected. This is just, at the time it was just us close friends. So, naturally we would stay out longer. But I don't foresee that kind of a thing happening, throughout when we do it with the community. If it happens, great. I mean, that just means that we're having an extra special time. Uh, but yeah, it'll probably end around like maybe 6, 7. I don't know. We'll see. Mm. Oh, it's so good. I love this tea. It's very breakfasty. Um, and speaking of which, Teresa, your famous question: what would I pair this tea with? Um, Again, I would say like pancakes. Um, I mean, it's so much breakfasty. If that makes sense, I would say pancakes, eggs, and sausage or bacon, something like that. Uh, I don't really know what kind of a flavor, what kind of a tea, what kind of an entree I would pair this up with. Uh, Something, I don't know. I think I'd be curious to try it try it with rice. You know, make a like steep the rice in it, and or actually steep it in the rice and let it soak up the sweet flavor. That might actually go pretty well. Avocado toast, possibly. I have had that for the first time and I did like it. Um, so yeah, I could see that. I guess avocado toast is a no, steak with caramelized onions might be a little too strong. It'll detract from the sweet flavor. Uh, I would stick with maybe chicken. You know, a lighter. I would go with a lighter meat, lighter protein. Um, yeah, chicken mashed potatoes. Nothing too overpowering. And definitely, you know, this will go well with dessert. I would definitely try dessert with it. Maybe a cake, chocolate cake. Yeah, chocolate cake, Black Forest, something like that. Um, Even a carrot cake. I think that a carrot cake, because of the way that it tastes, it's kind of cinnamony. Um, it's kind of like moist, I want to say. Um, but with that, God, I'm stuttering like that. No, with that flavor, you know, it's got a very distinct cinnamony carrot flavor. I think that it would go well with this because you have like the almost syrup, the nutty caramel flavor to the tea would complement it really well. So I would definitely go with that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Cookies go would go well with this. Um, you know, caramel cookies. What is it? The ginger snaps. I want to say. Uh, Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, 'tis the season. The Girl Scouts are coming to get you. They're coming to get your money. Um, they haven't gotten me yet, but God knows I'm waiting. Because once it's dangerous. Once they once they get their little grubby little paws on the cookies, you're done for. Um, I say that with the utmost love because I love those cookies so much. I can't resist. Um, what else? I would go for red velvet. I think red velvet cake would go pretty well with this. That's got pretty good. It's got that nice caramel flavor to go with the chocolate. Yeah, I think that's good. And stroopwafels, of course. Stroopwafels. Oh man, I could go for some now, but I'll wait till tomorrow. I can get some tomorrow. Uh, but yeah. So, any questions, comments, anything you want to say? I'm opening the floor again. I still have half a cup left. Mm. Yeah, that is totally me. Like eating the Girl Scout cookies and not sharing. That I have to say I'm guilty. I am super guilty of that. Oh my God. I'm like so stuffed right now. Oh yeah, definitely all over. Oh, I'm so stuffed. I'm feeling pretty mellow and like my tea is mostly done, but I'm gonna sleep all tonight, and I'm gonna sleep like the dead. Nobody's gonna say nothing to me. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I'm like, oh, this is already putting me. It's knocking me out slightly. Oh man, but yeah, I gotta keep pushing on because I still have a little bit of tea left. Ooh. So, it dawned on me that in 5 weeks I will be going to Australia. I haven't decided if I'm going to stream from there or not, only because A, I don't know if they'll have the facilities to make tea in house. Um, but I may just stream for the heck of it, just to report to you guys what I'm up to. It'll probably be short and sweet, but it'll definitely be worthwhile. I am excited to go. I have like I have a little bit more planning to do, but everything is set. And once I'm over there, I'm just gonna have a blast. So it's a long awaited vacation, and I mean this is something that I have been dreaming about all my life, and I want to share it with you guys. With or without tea, we'll see. I don't. I don't think that I'll care very much about tea when I'm having the time of my life. Um, but we'll see. I'll try to keep you guys posted. What else? Oh man, I'm just feeling good. Oh, okay. Questions or comments? I'm still taking them because I got a while to go. I feel like a little bit of a mad scientist. Like my hair is all over the place, and I'm giggling and I'm drinking, and it's just like I don't know. I could be a mad chemist with these different flavors of tea. There is one that I'll be working on later today. After the stream, I'll put it together. I got the label for it. Um, and it's a collaborated effort. So I'll share with you guys once it's done. Um, it's gonna be a yummy one. It's one that I've made myself. Um, oh, excuse me, and it's delicious. Whew, man, I'm stuffed. Hmm. Okay, I think I have like 3 sips left. So go ahead and throw it at me if you got it, because time is running low, and I'm on the verge. I'm just like laying back, and I'm feeling good. Yeah, I definitely recommend this tea because it's like it's got an overwhelming, comforting feeling to it, and it's like it's this is definitely the way to start my weekend. There is uh there's some goodness going on in my belly right now. And it's pretty awesome. Oh my god, I'm just really stuffing myself here. Mm. Whew. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and chug the rest of this. Because I'm starting to slow down a little bit. You guys can see it's it's coming to an end. So I'm gonna go ahead, chug this down real quick. If you have any questions or comments, now is the time to throw them at me or forever hold your peace. Here we go. Mm. All done. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Have a great night, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will catch you next week. And hopefully we'll have as good a time next week as we did tonight. All right, have a good one.